is Cardiff Central.
After roughly 3 hours of travel via train from Paddington Station, with plenty of snacks to keep us full, we then headed straight to our hotel room to rest for the night to head up early tomorrow morning. We stayed at the Ibis Budget Hotel in centre of Cardiff, where it's about 10 minutes away from the train station. Here's just a quick tour of the hotel room. Hello. Once we were done at the market, we then headed to Cardiff Castle, where the grounds are free to look at. However, if you want to go into the lookout tower or certain sections in the castle, you do have to pay a bit extra. So once we headed in, we then went to the cafe to get something to drink, and it's around £14 roughly to get in. Like I said, if you want to go to extra areas in the castle, you do have to pay a bit more.
Look how small they are.
We had a good wander around the War Museum, and I got really interested in the Welsh mascot used in some of the wars, and also how big some of the animals or the replicas of the animals were that were used in the war. There was so much to look at inside the museum and so much to take in. Once we were done there, we then headed back into the castle grounds, where we just had a really good look around. What you can see and notice is that the architecture is very different. The building in front of us, the lookout tower, is actually one of the first buildings here, and the castle to the left was built later. However, we did not know how steep these steps were going to be, and we decided to head up all casually.
Oh shit, that's steeper than I thought it was. Sorry, thank you. Very cool.
So here we're heading into the library section of the castle. There are many rooms inside this castle, but sadly, maybe due to maintenance, we weren't able to access them. After looking inside the beautiful castle, we then headed back out into the castle grounds, where we then went to a section of ground which was transformed in the First World War into war bunkers.
At war with the Germans. Would you please stand for the anthems? We'll begin South Africa.
Once inside the museum, we had a good look around. We also noticed a gift section where there are lots of books and interesting toys. And then I noticed this poo bingo, and I really wanted to get that. Then my friend came over and said, no, she doesn't think that's a good idea. So I was told to leave the poo bingo alone, and we were going to then head into the museum. But then I see the guys having a look at the poo bingo and maybe thinking that they were going to get it. But sadly, we didn't end up getting it. Also, I thought this next section was really funny because I disturbed everyone's peace. I didn't realize that the door made such a squeak. I really disturbed everyone's peace because everyone just looked at me, but that's beside the point. We're just taking in all of the animals and all the history and rich diversity that our planet has in this section. So that was the history of our planets in Welsh at the museum. But after the museum, we then headed to Tiny Rebel to have a Sunday pub lunch, and it was as good as it looks. It was amazing. One of the other activities that we did was we went on a boat ride around the river, and I didn't film this because I just forgot. Sorry about that. But this was really lovely. The boat was quite low to the water, so it was a little bit scary. But then another day, one of our friends came to meet us in Cardiff. He actually lives in Wales, and we went up this Ferris wheel. I was not impressed, as you can see. And one of the reasons that I wasn't impressed is because as we got onto the Ferris wheel, we noticed that it actually spins inside. And of course, my friend spun us around the entire time I was there, and I thought I was going to die. The next day, we then headed to an escape room, which is one of our favorite things to do. And we then did the escape room called the Cardiff Castle. I think it was also this night that we headed to a steak restaurant for supper. It was absolutely amazing. And we had such fun in the 5 days that we were here in Cardiff. And of course, there's so much more of Wales to explore. We also had one of their Welsh cakes, which was amazing. I bought a whole bag back home. But 5 days was definitely not enough. We'll be definitely heading back to Wales to explore more of the country. But that was all we did in those 5 days. We then headed back home the next day. And I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching this vlog. I hope you all enjoyed it, and thank you so much for being part of my journey in the UK. It is really fun, and I'm learning so much as I'm here. But when we headed home, we were waiting at the station for our train, and we did notice an old style steam train at the station, and it was beautiful to see. I did get a little clip of it, so I'll pop that in here. But I do just want to say thank you, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye!